Welcome back to another week of a Modern League. This time I'm back with Mono Red Saga. This is just a Mono Red deck with a bunch of artifacts and Urza Saga. I've been really interested to play this deck for a while now, and finally found a list that I was very intrigued by. So this list runs basically 11 Blast with three Shrapnel Blast, 4 Lightning Bolt, 4 Galvanic Blast. This gives you a burnout win condition against a multitude of decks. You supplement that with Dragon's Rage's Channeler to filter, Ragavan to help break up combos and also add additional artifacts so you can sacrifice them with Shrapnel Blast and Galvanic Blast. Voldaren Epicure deals an additional point of damage and also allows you to card filter, and if you don't need to card filter, again, same thing, you can sacrifice to Shrapnel Blast and just have additional artifacts for Galv Blast. And Monastery Swiftspear is good because you're casting a bunch of non-creature spells to pump it up. In terms of Urza Saga targets, you have 8, 4 Mishra's Bauble, 1 Springleaf Drum. I see you mostly using this with like DRC and Voldaren Epicure, maybe Bomat Courier and an Urza Saga, or an Urza Saga Construct, but I don't know. Pirate Spell Bomb for an additional source of damage. Also, this helps against what's it called? Sanctifier and Vec. This can get rid of Sanctifier and Vec because you don't have a sideboard answer to it, so you just mainboard instead. And of course, in the matchups where they don't have Sanctifier and Vec, you can just shoot it at your opponent or something else and just get it out of the way. Chromatic Star for additional card draw and a bit of filtering. And Bomat Courier. This is one I'm not sold on. Mainly because it's a 1 toughness creature. You have to pay red and discard your hand, so you're really hoping that you get some decent value out of this. You are going to be flying through your hand. Your average mana cost in this deck is 1.25 or something like that. I didn't actually do the math, but even still, you have stuff like Light Up the Stage, which is going to be 1 mana most of the time. So for the most part, the most mana you're going to spend on any one spell is going to be 2 for Shrapnel Blast. Experimental Synthesizer combos very well with Shrapnel Blast, although you kind of need a lot more mana to get to Shrapnel Blast and then get the Experimental Synthesizer and cast a card off Experimental Synthesizer. Most of the time that's going to be just a 1 mana spell. Unfortunately, you have tons of those. And then Urza Saga, Den of the Bugbear, Soken'Zon. Those are the big lands that you have to worry about that aren't mountain. Den of the Bugbear just gives you additional tokens, an additional clock just through your lands, which is nice. Same thing with Urza Saga. Being able to create constructs is nice. Also being able to, bring out any one of these 8 cards because for those of you who are unaware, it specifically has to have a cost of 0 or 1. So you can't bring out this Experimental Synthesizer even though its mana value is 1. And then on the side, we're running, because our deck is just so cheap and we don't have any double pips except for these Chalice of the Voids, we do have Gigantha. Then we have Alpine Moon because we want to be able to take care of big mana decks like Tron and opposing the Urza Saga decks. This allows us to do that because it doesn't hit our stuff. Otherwise, you would play Blood Moon. Cast into the Fire for Ring decks and other artifact decks, also such as Hardened Scales. Pithing Needle, and then you have also in the side your little suite of 4 Urza Saga targets that you bring in per particular matchup. Stone of Eric for, scam. Soul Guide Lantern for scam plus Living End and other such graveyard strategies. Shadowspear, I'm assuming, is brought in for burn. I'm assuming. I don't know for sure. But I feel like that's correct. And then there might be other spots where you bring this in. I haven't played enough of the deck to know. Pithing Needle for 1 ring, Planeswalkers, those kind of things. Stone Brain to get rid of combo pieces, so your creativity matchups, your Cascade matchups, whatever they're cascading into, you can hit that. And then Chalice of the Void for something similar, where you can, it's turn 1, you just go, all right, here's double pipped, here's 0/0 Chalice of the Void. Let's go. So speaking of let's go, let's get into the league and see how it goes. Okay, we are on the play. Yes, I would love to play first. Choose up to one companion. I would like to choose Gigantha, the Wellspring. All right, so I want to open up my revealed cards list and pop this out. Because I never remember if I just leave it there. I will never remember to bring it in. All right, so 2 lands, couple baubles, 2 Voldaren Epicures, and a Bolt. I like this, so we're going to run with it. And we're going to fetch up one of our mountains. I'm going to hold these baubles if for a Swiftspear or something. Oh, or a DRC. I can hold because I don't have to draw yet or cast them yet with other stuff. I can just discard using this blood token. If I discard anything, it'll likely be a land that I draw. A Rogran Triome is a good start. I like seeing that. So now I am hoping for a Monastery Swiftspear to kind of take advantage of a slower start from my opponent. Urza Saga's fine. All right, so Rogran Triome tells me no. It tells me it's likely going to be Solitude Leyline Binding that I have to dodge, so I'm looking for my burn spells to get in here. All right, so we do want to keep this Bloodstained Mire for just being able to get another red land, and then after that we're pretty set on lands. All right, so they're at 4 mana. We have an Up the Beanstalk. Yep. So they cantrip out. All right, and there's Swiftspear. So we are not getting a construct this turn. We're just going to shoot shit at them. All right, so I'm going to have a ton of constructs as it is. I mean, I am going to just draw a card here just so I can kind of keep up. All right, so they're at 6 now. Now, it does kind of suck. Okay, that's good. It does kind of suck that my construct is just kind of just be a 3/3. I'm assuming a Solitude's going to come in at some point to save them. Or a Nissa's going to come in at some point to save them. Dryad. Okay. Another plane, sure. All right, so I'm going to draw 2 in my upkeep. Or I'm going to draw 2 before I get to my main phase. We'll see what I get. All right, so Star and Bloodstained Mire. I do want to just create a token. So let's see. This is 3, 4, 5. This doesn't kill them. I could go Spellbomb, Crack Spellbomb. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, it's Spellbomb, Crack Spellbomb, Bloodstained Mire, Bloodstained Mire, play the Epicure. But I can hold the Epicure. They don't have any spells, and it just deals 1 damage to each opponent. It's not target, so I don't think that they have protection from that. I will play this Chromatic Star. I think I'm good just attacking into this. They're going to block, of course. They're probably going to kill one of the tokens, sure. Paying cost, Leyline Binding, sure. All right, so you don't say Flash in Solitude. Like I'm not going to attack with anything. I have 3 damage on board, and I have 1. I have a couple redraws. Now, of course, are they wondering I might be dead here? I'm assuming a Solitude is coming. To fairy, to bounce, probably this Construct. Sure. Second Dryad. You may as well. Yeah, you could do 2 damage to me. It's fine. I don't know if I could do anything to you. Ragavan does not get me there. All right, so let's cycle this Chromatic Star. Ragavan still does not get me there. Let's discard. All right, cool. That gets us there. Nice. All right, so not bad, not bad. We were playing against something. It seems like potentially Bring to Light. I believe it. I mean, Dryad says Titan normally, but I'm pretty sure that's just Bring to Light. Yeah, that's looking like Bring to Light Scapeshift. So based off of what they have Force of Vigors. I don't know if there's much here for me to bring in. I feel like Pithing Needle is a decent bring in. I feel like Stone Brain is also a card to bring in, and just name, Bring to Light, and like maybe up the Beanstalk or something. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not quite sure about Stone Brain. So I brought in 4 cards. I have to take out 4 cards. I think I'm good taking out a Solitary Bomat Courier. Do they have endurances? They do. I actually feel like maybe the DRCs come out. I'll just leave in the Bomat Courier. All right, so we're on the draw for this game. I don't like this hand on the draw. There's no artifacts for me to even get going with it. Shrapnel Blast and Gallop Blast. Ragavan is gonna be weak to Leyline Binding, but really that's their only piece of removal for it, other than Teferi, and maybe temporary lockdown and endurance. I don't know. I just don't feel like this hand does enough, so we're just gonna mulligan it. All right, this is a bit better. We're gonna put back a Bloodstained Mire. I feel like the deck can run off of 2 lands pretty effectively. We'll start with Bomat Courier. And we'll just pass. So, Prismatic Ending, huh? Didn't see that in the list, so okay. All right, let's just go Urza Saga pass. We have a card exiled face down, huh? Yeah. So Vitrium. So they're still only on 3 colors. Now they're on 4. They Teferi. They're going to bounce the Saga. All right, so. Well, damn it. Okay. I really just dislike this fucking client. Oh, I can't cast that to kill the Teferi. All right, great, cool. Love that. Love that I'm behind because of the bad client. All right, Stonebrain's nice. Let's just go Bloodstained Mire, kill Teferi. And now we will cast Bobble and draw a card. Actually, do I want to draw a card? I don't think so. All right, let's see what you play. Omnath. I guess they're just gonna win. They just resolved their Omnath, so. All right, let's play Synth. Let's play second Synth. Springleaf Drum. Okay. All right, so our Galv Blast is live. We can kill this Omnath. We can also kill their Dryad, which they just have it all. I just feel like we're getting that Omnath with me, with them only being at 22 or at 18 at that time. It's not going to win me the game. I think the game might just be over at this point. Yeah, and passing through that turn because this client is so fucking bad, not great either. All right, I'm 6. You play Teferi. You're gonna bounce the Saga. I'm just not playing this game. Yeah, you just win. Really happy about just passing through turns. I really love the the not possible paper plays that you can make in Magic the Gathering Online. It's fantastic and does not make me angry in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. All right, let's get back on this one. Epicure, Swift Spear, Saga. I really like this opening hand. All right, so let's keep. All right, so we can go Den, Voldaren Epicure, and then Saga, Springleaf Drum, tap the Epicure. Of course, you have a Leyline of Sanctity. Why wouldn't you just have Leyline of Sanctity? All right, well, I can't get around this, so I just have to go through combat damage. And unsurprisingly, this deck does not beat combat damage or win through combat damage. All right, let's go Saga, Swift Spear, Springleaf Drum. Cast Bobble. Go to combat. All right, they're at 15. I still don't think I can win this game with a Leyline of Sanctity on the battlefield for. Yeah, the one from the challenge. Of course you can have Leyline of Sanctity. How much you want to bet you also have a Leyline Binding? No, okay. The one from the challenge a few weeks ago, or from the weekend, did not have Prismatic Ending. Does not have Leyline of Sanctity. So, okay, I guess. Ragavan's not bad. One, two, three, 4, 5. So if I hit with Ragavan here, yeah, I just can't attack with Voldaren Epicure. All right, we grab the land off of that. We'll bring back our dashed Ragavan. We'll get us Construct token end of turn. Or if Teferi comes down, we can do that in response to the Teferi. Opponent in the tank, probably knowing they're staring down a big construct this turn. All right, that looks like they're leaving up mana for Leyline Binding. Swift Spear's good. Swift Spear's fine. I'm gonna hold Swift Spear. There's no real reason to play it. With another construct, I can play Ragavan. 3. Can I? I can just float the mana here, actually. And then we're going to grab a... I think Pithing Needle is correct. We name Teferi, and we just move on with our lives. We're going to hold this Swift Spear. We are going to dash the Ragavan. And we're going to keep holding back the Evil Epicure to keep activating with the Springleaf Drum. Here comes Leyline Binding, because you, of course, have it. Yeah. Sure. You just always have it. And I grabbed an Up the Beanstalk. I don't need that because none of my cards are 5 mana or more. So we're just gonna go to my. We're just gonna pass. Likely are discarding this Lightning Bolt. We also might just activate this Mishra's Bauble. Because like getting it, yeah, of course, that's great. Okay. So we're hoping to draw a land here. We did. Great. So now I can start discarding these lightning bolts. We are just going to dash Ragavan again and make them do something about it. All right, here I can attack with... I'm just going to attack with Ragavan. If they have another binding, they have another binding. Like, you just got it all, buddy? You just got it all, sure. Leyline Binding, Prismatic Ending, Leyline of Sanctity, and 4 other cards in your hand. Yep, sure. Beanstalk? Sure. Okay. Double synth. Star. So we are hoping for here a Galvanic Blast. Urza Saga's okay. Okay. So if they don't block, I can actually just hit Dryad with a Galv Blast. Den of the Bugbear kind of sucks. I already have a million lands. Look at the card. So I can't discard it either. Okay. So now we go to combat. We attack. If they block with Dryad, great. If they don't block with Dryad, even better. And they do block with Dryad, sure. All right, we'll just play an Urza Saga and pass. Maybe pumping the Swiss Spear that much was not correct. Maybe, but I don't know for sure. Unfortunately, all the things I pulled off was like sorcery speed. Which, if it wasn't sorcery speed, I could have just, pumped in combat where they probably may not have blocked. So 3 mana, because you always have it. All right, so they have no Leyline Binding mana. So I can fire up the Den. Den is 4 mana. So it'd be these 4. I wouldn't be able to activate and get in a construct, which sucks a little bit. But I think getting in 5 damage is useful here. Yeah, I think just getting in 5 damage here is better than getting a construct. And it'll depend on what mana they have available. I might just get a construct next turn. It's strange that this deck is running Prismatic Ending. Omnath? Omnath, sure. Draw a card. Can't play an additional land. Now, so I'm looking for either a Galv Blast or a Shrapnel Blast here to kill the Omnath, and then I potentially just win the game. And we got Shrapnel Blast, so I'm just floating this mana. Not the greatest Urza Saga in the world, but grab a Bomat Courier. I think we're going to Shrapnel Blast. Shrapnel Blast Omnath, paying 2 here. Sacrificing the Synthesizer. Now, Oh yeah, I can still fire it up. Here is 6 damage. Hooray! Not the greatest game 2, and obviously me complaining a bit about, Leyline of Sanctity plus 2 Leyline bindings plus all this good stuff. So, pretty good win, honestly. That felt really good. This deck feels actually really interesting to play. I can't wait to play it for the rest of the league. So, thanks for watching. There'll be more of this Mono Red Saga deck throughout the rest of the week. And again, it's still September. So we're looking for your YouTube subs. Also, give us the likes, the comments, the subscribes. As I said before, watch the podcast, watch Bill's videos, watch all the good stuff, and we will see you tomorrow.